masyado, and we have to also consider na galing pa sa injury si Mark. So he's not really 100% healthy yet.
Gary David launches a three. That does not go through. Akala ko ganun bubuksan ni Gary D ang scoring natin for this PBA Friday.
Hindi ako magtataka kung pumasok yung tira ni Gary D kung una ng tira. And here's another one. He's just leaking out, and then medyo masama lang yung pasa na yan. Kahit sinong sprinter hindi mahabol yung bola na yun.
Isa pang interesanting matchup dito, Coach Jolas, is the battle of the imports. Ito, luxury ng Barangay Ginebra. They can have their import. Cedric Bozeman play the point. Sa kabila naman, tignan mo naman yung lapat ng katawan. Ito ni Omar Sneed.
Tama, and then ito si Bozeman, kaya hindi natin nakikita masyado si JJ Helderbrand dito dahil even Mike, supposed to be ang resident nila na point guard is Mike Cortez, and now they have a point guard in Bozeman, kaya hindi natin nakikita yung mga point guards ng Ginebra right now. And para sa akin, I would rather have a 6'5 import than a 6'1 or 6'6 foot import. But I'm not saying na Mike's not a capable point guard or JJ, pero mas gusto nila yung lineup na to. They're big and they can switch whenever they like.
Speaking of big, Jonathan Salvador has been coming up big since moving over to Powerade. Nintis lang sa kanyang reverse layup. Dylan Ababu has scored the first 2 points of this game. Bozeman being bothered by Casio. Iikot ng Ginebra ang bola. Ababu may tangan, 10 to work with. Dylan in the lane, feeding Rudy Hatfield. At itong si H-Bomb tutungo sa ating free throw line for 2 shots.
You can always rely on Rudy to cut to the basket. He's not a guy who's gonna spot up for a jump shot. He's just the guy na if you just sleep on him, kung matutulog ka, then si Rudy will just cut in front of you.
Hatfield takes care of that first free throw. Ginebra pa lang ang nakakabuta sa ball game na ito. Si Gary David, 19 consecutive times we've been harping since the Philippine Cup about his scoring. Ito, meron kayang naiba sa kanya kagabi? Bago siya matulog, pag-ising niya kanina, mamaya-maya malalaman natin yan mula kay Miss Jessica Mendoza. Nakakwentuhan niya ito si Gary. Siyempre, may milestone at hand eh. Ikaw ba, Coach Jonas?
I don't think Maguna. Siguro kung isang araw ka lang maganda yung scoring mo, siguro ibabalik mo yung routine mo. Ano bang kinain ko last game? Siguro gagawin mo yun. Pero si Gary David, 18 games maganda yung na games na tuloy-tuloy na ganyan. I don't think there's any routine here except the hard work that he's putting in in practices, yung mga extra work niya.
Jonathan Salvador finally gets that reverse. Nice speed coming from Anthony. Powerade finally on the board. 3-2 ang nasa ating dalan. Barely 2 minutes having gone by. Raymundo has started every single game for Ginebra, averaging 12 points per contest. He will attack etong depensa ni Sneed.
We're seeing Powerade in their zone defense now, and Ginebra is having a problem. Minsan kasi hindi ka prepared na bigla na rin from man-to-man. They're gonna switch to a zone, and you're running a man-to-man play against the zone. Hindi mag-work yun. And it's one way for the team para mawala sila sa balance.
Sloppy basketball being witnessed here. Omar Sneed, pasa sa kanya. Huling-huli naman ni Bozeman. Both squads not taking care of that leather.
And we all see Magukuano was riding in this game. And both teams, they need a win tonight.
As Alain Maliksi buries a 3 specialty of Dausian para dito sa produkto ng Caloocan. He's shooting 59% from that distance here in the Governor's Cup. 6-2 na sa ating dalan. Both squads at 3 wins, 2 losses. John Dunn once again.
Excellent pass ni Gary David. Ito yung aspects na game ni Gary David na hindi natin tinitingnan. The way he passes. Now he's actually reading the defense because now nakikita niya na palaging 2 tao sa harap niya and he needs to pass.
Gary David averaging better than 3 assists per contest. Diretso naman. Napakatalas ng tira para kay Hatfield sa pagkakataong yon. Here's JV Casio. And the Powerade faithful waiting for a breakout game mula dito kay JV Casio. Tignan natin kung ngayong gabi niya makukuha yan as Sneed. Hindi matulak. Etong si Hatfield still finding a way.
Medyo mahirap talaga pigilin si Sneed pag nandun sa position. I think Ginebra should send a double, especially after a second or a first or second dribble. Kailangan may double na dumating. Kung hindi, talagang ma-score yan every time.
Raymundo on the move. Asa niya, natapik palabas, tabla ang ating labanan.
We were talking about Bozeman earlier and we forgot to talk about Sneed, about how effective he is for the last 3 games.
Mula nung pumasok to sa Powerade, hindi pa natatalo ang mga Tigre dito sa Govs Cup. He started off with a near triple-double performance as Bozeman buries a 3. Tapos bigla na lang pumanat ng 33 points, 23 rebounds sa kanyang next outing. He can do a little bit of everything atong si Omar Sneed.
Ano ba nakakatawa pa dito is that si Boseman plays exactly like a Pinoy. It's below the rim, yung mga dukot dito, yung mga up and under, galaw ng mga Pilipino yun. Kaya super effective siya dito sa atin.
Raimundo will offer the pick. Maliksi will drive closer, takes the contact, flips it up and in.
He's not only a shooter, si Maliksi is an MVP in the amateurs sa D-League. And this guy can score. You can see there, this one up pick, yun yung hinahanap mo sa mga shooters. Meron silang one dribble pull up, one dribble drive. And if you have that in your game, it's going to be so hard for you to be stopped.
Salvador, once again, he's got 4 of the 6 points for Powerade. Not that time around. Ginebra looking to pound on the Tigers. Maliksi for a 3. Ako, airball ang nagresulta.
And now we will see that kung bakit ini-start nila to si Boseman at point guard. And now you will have a problem going up against them. And you will have to match up JV Casio against anybody there who's going to be as taller than him. So kaya nakikita natin Powerade na sumusuna na lang sila para wala nang mismatch.
Boseman also assigned to keep an eye on Casio dito sa kabilang dulo. Anthony flashing underneath, goes reverse. Rim not kind to Powerade at this point. Maliksi off and running, tatlo kalaban. Maliksi pupunta kay Ababu. The Espanya Armada on the floor together. Pabandang tira, Mintis para kay Elaine. He knew it.
Nagulat siya na sobrang libre siya. There was nobody in front of him, mga 6 feet away. Walang tao dun sa harapan niya.
David turns it over. Maliksi is fouled by Jondan Salvador.
So my question is, was that a good foul or not? For now, maybe you can say na medyo good foul yan. But eventually, pag palagi kang foul pag may breakaway, eventually it's gonna wear up on you dahil mag-accumulate ka ng mga fouls, maaga ka magka-penalty.
Timeout muna para kina Coach Bo Perasol. Lamang ng 5 ang Ginebra.
Nanonood pa rin po kayo ng PBA Governors Cup dito lang po sa Active. At ayaw daw isipin ni Gary David na malapit na niyang matalo ang record ni Danny Siegel dahil daw baka masyado siyang ma-pressure. Kaya ang focus na lang niya ang laro ngayong gabi. However, inamin niya na kinilig at kinilabutan daw silang mag-asawa nang malaman nila that he was considered an all-time best by some of the all-time best dito sa PBA. At kitang-kita naman sa mukha niya na talagang kinikilig itong si El Granada, guys.
Kilig na kilig nga, Jessica. At eto, no, sina Atoy ko, Kenneth Duremdes, just to name a few of the all-time greats who have said David was one of the best they've ever seen. Ikaw, Coach Jolas, ang hirap gawin yan. If it can happen every day, everybody would be doing it. 19 consecutive 20-point ball games, gaano kahirap gawin yan?
Mahirap yun, pero ano nangyayari dito is that this is the time, si Gary David has been in the league for siguro mga 7-8 years. Yung mga first few years na hindi masyado nakikita yung skills ka, we knew na marunong talaga sa maglaro. Ito lang yung time na nakikita natin siya na he is consistently playing. And in terms of consistency, siya yung nakikita pa natin in such a long time na being able to perform na ganitong klaseng level.
Ginebra with the leather. Ababu attacking the baseline. Maliksi picks it up. Pull-up jumper. Elaine delivers.
Hindi niya naisip yung dalawang airball niya before that. I'm gonna take another one. So you can see that si Alvin Maliksi is a real scorer.
Tsaka napansin niya si Kagiwa waiting na sa scorer's table eh.
Ayun, palagi ginagawa ng mga player yun. Alam na isa-sub na, patitira na yan. Pansinin mo yan. Magpapalitan na sila.
Anthony, bitin dun sa 3-point attempt niya. Raimundo with a rebound. 13-6, napako na ang Powerade sa 6 puntos. The last 7 points have been scored by Ginebra. Make that 10 as Dylan Ababu buries that 3.
It's the only way for you to break that zone up. Kaya titira ka lang ng jump shot sa labas and they're gonna close out on you, then hanapin mo yung tao dun sa loob. I don't know how long they're gonna stay with their zone though.
10-0 run by the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings. Ababu now with 5 points. Need with a look inside to Anthony. Butatay inabot kay Kirby Raimundo. Jondan has 4 to work with. One-hander. Jondan no good. Hatfield with the rebound. Boseman steps on the gas. Sabay preno nung nakita sa Salvador. Sneed waiting pa rin dun sa ilalim. Powerade keeps with that zone. Raimundo looking for Hatfield. They have 7 seconds on their shot clock. So natapak na sa baseline. Ito si H-Pac. Silipin na natin yung Sapal shot clock brought to you by Sapal Elastic Sealant and Waterproofer. Ang bagong hari ng Tapal at ang starring dyan, ang dating tinatawag na dakit na si Kirby Raimundo. Powerade going to their bench. Antonio Entogade now part of the 5. Look at Gary David move without the leather. Looking for Snead. And finally, that breaks the silence for the Tigers.
Well, gusto talaga mag-score ni Gary and it's been like 8 minutes na wala pa siyang ginagawa dito. And now he has 2 assists already. And now he just got to stay patient. Alam niya na eventually it's just gonna open up for him.
Mark the Spark gets it over to Raimundo. Looking to attack the defense of Antonio. Kirby with a jump hook. Rattles out. Bola lalabas, last touch Ikacio. Enrico Villanueva replacing Kirby Raimundo. As this timeout is requested by Barangay Ginebra. 3:39 natitira sa ating opening quarter.
Special thanks to HP, our official digital partner. PBA.
Abangan na sa inyong lugar ang mga makikibarangay na PBA Superstars. Malay nyo, barangay nyo na ang susunod na pupuntahan ng inyong mga idols dito sa Barangay Active. So all the way to Tag-Ulan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yan sa Old Balara, June 16. Tapos sa Barangay Escopa naman sa 17, both in QC. Tutukan lang po ang pagtalaw ng Barangay Active. Uy, si kasamang Al Mendoza. Nasa PBA Radio ngayon kasama ni Benji Santiago, nasa DZSR 918 AM Sports Radio. Nagpapasalamat na rin tayo sa 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM, and 96.3 Easy Rock.
Si kasamang Al, isa sa mga legends
Yun.
sa ating mga sports writers. Maliit pa lang ako, Al Mendoza na yan.
Tagal, ano?
Matagal-tagal na talaga.
Pero always, every time nakikita ko mga legends na ganyan, katulad ni kasamang Al Mendoza, pagka nakakwentuhan mo, dami mo natututunan talaga. As we remind everybody na masusubaybayan ang PBA sa Action TV International, sa Middle East po via Orbit Showtime Network, sa Europe naman via OSN TV Tomorrow, at sa Guam via MCV Broadband. Sabihan na ninyo ang inyong mga kamag-anak na abangan ang maaksyon na labanan ng PBA at ng UFL sa Action TV International.
When was the last time si Gary David hindi nakascore sa first quarter?
Yun,
Let's not,
magandang tanong.
kung nasa Powerade na siya. Nung Powerade na siya. I think I haven't seen Gary not score sa first quarter. Although hindi pa siya tapos mag-go, pero
I can't remember offhand. I cannot remember a time. Usually, 11 puntos din first quarter pa lang.
And saka, ang nakikita mo dito is talagang ito ang mahirap. Ito ang mahirap sa player or scorer na kagaya kay Gary David, kay Mark Tagiwa. Lahat ng teams, palagi yan silang may set of game plans kung paano nila pipigilin. Ito, they're sending a second guy to Gary David all the time. He catches the ball, even going to the basket.
16-9 ang nasa ating talaan. Powerade keeping within 7 points despite not getting any points from Gary David. Snead, bantay niya si Villanueva. Snead kicks it over. Antonio. No good on that one.
And they would rather leave anybody else but Gary David. So they can drop off to anybody except Gary David.
Meyerhofer now power to the 5 para dito sa Gin Kings. Kagiwa back to Meyerhofer. Naipit si Rico sa pagkakataon yun.
Nakikita natin ng konting-konting na ginagamit na si Meyerhofer dito sa Ginebra bench. And I would not fault Coach Suarez from using him dahil yung energy na binibigyan ni Meyerhofer, ibang klase din to eh. Ito yung mga players na kahit di mabigyan ng bola, parang Rudy Hatfield, talagang magtatrabaho lang.
In the 4 games Meyerhofer has played before today, 14 minutes, 4 points, 5 rebounds ang kanyang ibinibigay. Hindi rin nagsasayang naman ang pagkakataon. Itong si Rico Meyerhofer.
He's earning his minutes right now.
Casio, handoff, David. Tako, airball para kay Gary D. And that defense of Ginebra has definitely thrown off El Granada.
Ito yung pinaka-first shot. Aside from the first one that he threw up, yung 3-point shot, yun yung second shot na nakita mo na medyo clear. Hindi masyado contested yung tira niya. Sobrang gigil. Sobrang nanggigigil na si Gary ngayon.
Tagiwa showing them how it's done. 3 Three-pointer is good for the Spark, and this is the biggest lead of the game. 13 puntos para sa Ginebra. A minute 40 remaining in quarter number 1. Casio babawi. Couldn't get it. Rebound Meyerhofer. Si Kagiwa na didiskarte dito para sa Barangay Ginebra. Cortez also on the floor on that right wing, but they go to Bozeman. Meyerhofer feeding Villanueva underneath. Fancy pass results in a turnover. Casio looking for Gary for a three. Wala pa rin para kay Gary.
Every miss that he makes, parang gusto niyang bumawi right away. And I know na siguro talagang iniisip niya na gusto niya talaga ma-break yung record today. Yun yung mahirap.
Even if he didn't want to think about it, matapos siya magmintis ng unang tatlong tira, it will start to creep up on you, Coach Chalas.
Dahan-dahan, it's gonna creep up on him and the pressure would continue to mount. The more na parang hindi siya makashoot, the more na mapipressure siya to actually find a way to score.
14 puntos ang abante ng Gin Kings. Sneed with a miss. At patuloy ang pananalasa dito ng Barangay Ginebra. Kagiwa will set this one up. They want to attack the defense of David dun sa poste. Bozeman, immediate double team coming from Sneed. He dribbles away from it. Villanueva has 4 seconds on the shot clock. Quick spin to the baseline. Huli ni Antonio. At naputokan na ng 24 ang Barangay Ginebra. Look at the confidence of Coach Bo Perasola on Gary David. Kahit minamalas ng konti si Gary dito, hindi siya ang pinalitan. Yung point guard na si Casio ang pinaupo muna neto ni Linganay.
And kailangan i-consider ni Coach Bo yun because Gary David has been the biggest part of their success right now and it's parang baliwala sa kanya to.
And David will make a way to get his points. Pinasabit niya si Canaleta sa pagkakataong yon pero not deemed in the act of shooting. So sideline inbound lang to para dito sa Powerade. Ginebra will still have 2 fouls to give in the last 4.7 seconds. Linganay, is he aware? Linganay looking to split that double team. Enrico whistled for the foul. Meron pang 1.4 na natitira.
Ang gusto ko lang sana gawin ni Gary dito is just, I think kaya ni Gary mag-isolate siguro just to get him going. Sana ma-foul on a jump shot like this. He has no chance. I think he went 0 for 7. That's okay though. Although, going back to the bench, he's going to be thinking about kung anong gagawin niya next.
Etong sina Alain Maliksi ang nagpabida para sa Barangay Ginebra. Came up with 2 bad shots but still managed 7 points in quarter number 1. 23-9 ang nasa ating dalaan. Barangay Ginebra up by 14 points. And it is that time of the year again. Patapos na po ang elimination round ng ating Governor's Cup, which means malapit na rin ang rookie draft. Must be 23 years old or a college graduate or must have graduated in high school batch 2008 or earlier. Original copy ng birth certificate and school diploma if below 23 years old. Ang kinakailangan, para naman sa Phil Foreigners, must have played 2 D-League conferences, must be 23 years old, and same thing, graduate ng college, and must submit their BI Certificate of Recognition, DOJ Affirmation, original copy of birth certificate. Application forms are available at the PBA office located dyan sa nakasulat sa inyong screen. Tawag lang sa 470-2768-270 for more details.
Binago na ba nila yung rule natin na wala na bang hardship case ngayon na may minimum units ka lang sa college and then you can enter the draft like before it happened with Marlo Aquino?
Yeah, pagka below yung age.
Below yung age limit. Because for me, I always believe na if the player can play, if the guy can play, there's just no reason for you not to hold him down na ba't hindi mo siya ipapa-enter sa draft.
Kasi ang buhay atleta, napaka-iksi na no?
Yun na nga eh. Kasi I see like, for example, si Ray Parks. I think the guy can play right now in the PBA.
Right now?
Right now.
PBA,
As in right now, he can play in the PBA right now. Ang problema dito is he's only like 18 years old, 19 years old. And what if he wants to earn his living right now? Kung may pamilya siya, so why would we stop him?
25-11 ang nasa ating talaan. Ando si Com sa baba, Coach Jolas.
Yeah, I think that's something that we need to look into.
Usually naman after every season na nagmi-meet ang board, di ba? So, we'll see ang proposal ni Coach Jolas kung lulusot. Omar Sneed back on the floor para sa Powerade. Kasama niya sina Van Landingham, Raba Aluseni, Linganay, at etong si Lordy Tugade. Babantayan nila ngayon sina Kagiwa, Meyerhopper, Cortez, Villanueva, and Canaleta.
We are seeing a struggling Powerade team here. I was talking to Coach Alex Compton earlier before the game, and I told him, like, you guys have won like 3 straight, and nobody has expected you guys to win 3 straight. And yun na nga daw yung problema dahil baka masyado matuwa yung mga players and they're not gonna play as hard.
And sloppy basketball continues here in the second quarter.
Sobrang gulo ng team nila ngayon. Yung mga nandito sa floor ngayon.
Kagiwa, no good.
Another possession given by Meyerhofer there by just hustling.
Look at Sneed extending his defense. Meyerhofer ng asar pa. Cortez to Canaleta. Nino with a pull-up. Rattles it through. 27-11. Barangay Ginebra, abante na ng 16 puntos na naman. Nothing going right for Powerade.
And they're gonna continue to go to Sneed right now. They just could not score a basket. Gary has 0 points, and Sneed hasn't done much either. But they're gonna continue to what they made them successful in the last 3 games. Go to Sneed and wait for the double. Tapos maghahanap na lang siya ng malilibre doon sa weak side.
Sneed, nice pass to Aluseni. Di nga lang matapos.
And
Sneed
the guys could just not finish it. Kanina din may passes ng dalawa sa ilalim kay Anthony. Hindi rin na-shoot ni Anthony. Ito ngayon kay Aluseni naman, di rin ma-finish.
So sariling sikap na para kay Sneed. He's got 7 of the 13 points para dito sa Powerade Tigers. Canaleta, step back jumper. Sobra. Linganay for the board. Linganay pushes it. 3-on-2. No looks it over to Sneed.
That's another way of getting baskets. Transition, then another offensive rebounds, yung kanina pinakita ni Sneed. And then on the execution, mag-uula sa nahanap. So on the runouts, they were able to get one, and offensive rebounds, they were able to get one also.
Meyerhofer down the gut of the defense is tied up by Van Landingham. Ito si Omar Sneed, gusto nang buhatin ang buong koponan ng Powerade Tigers as nothing has really gone that right for them so far here in the first half. Meyerhofer nakapila na for his 2 attempts. Mintis yung una as we take a look at this clear defensive play. Huling-huli ni Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Yung pasa ni Linganay. Isang klarong-klarong depensa ang hatid ng Clearman Zero Dandruff. Meyerhofer takes care of the second. Both teams at 3-2 looking for that 4th win para makalapit into the semifinals. BMEG and Rainer Shine now into the next stage of this Governor's Cup. Pero lahat ng iba, traffic pa sa team standings sa Coach Jolas.
Yun sa mga middle of the pack natin, yung mga nagkakagulo doon ng mga teams. Itong Petron went down to 3-3. And then itong dalawang teams na to na pareho ng record 3, I guess they're the same as 3-2. You know, again, we have to harp this over and over again. Na yung format natin dito, parang playoffs na format na pag natalo ka na isa, ilalim ka. Pag manalo ka, then one step closer to getting into the playoffs.
Napakabigat, ano? Every single game definitely counts. At kahit yung mga naka-qualify na to the next level, carry over ang team standings natin. So napakabigat pa rin, no?
Mabigat pa rin yan. Kailangan you pile up as many wins as you can. Kasi ano nangyari before, we had formats also na pagpasok ka na, pwede mo nang kumbaga, pwede mo na itapon yung mga games na lalaroin nyo. So parang ang daming game na parang non-bearing. So this is really good right now what is happening.
I like this carryover. Every game, kahit na makakwalify ka, kailangan ilaban mo pa rin.
Yes, pero ang ano lang dito rin, yung mga ibang teams na hindi pa masyado buo, na hindi nila makuha yung rhythm nila na tama. So, 9 games is not enough for you to improve in one conference.
Lalo na pag medyo sabit yung import na nakuha mo, no? Pag nagpalit.
Pag nagpalit ka,
Tulad na itong Powerade, hindi talaga umubra sa kanila si McCants. Yung una nilang reinforcement, pagpasok ni Steve, 3-0 na sila as Meyerhofer gets the stick back.
ito yung point ng conference na hindi ka na pwede magpalit ng import. Kung magpapalit ka ng import, siguro ng mga first 2 games or 3 games ninyo. And now, pag magpalit ka na din ng import dito, halos wala na mangyayari sa'yo.
Kapit sa patalim ka na kung palpak yung nakuha nyo as Aluseni is fouled by Meyerhofer. Gary David making his way back to the floor.
That is also the biggest problem with coaches is actually getting the right import for you. The recruitment, sobrang hirap.
Which import has impressed you the most? Maraming impressive. May Blakely, may Cornley, and daming impressive imports. Who has impressed you the most? As Gary David finally scoring right off the bench. Yun lang pala kailangan.
Yun lang kailangan niya.
Mapakalma siya.
Baka tuloy-tuloy na yan. Going back to your imports, of course, I'll be looking at the imports who, yung kung ano yung team nila na successful right now. So I have to look at si Bozeman, si Blakely, and even Snead right now. They're actually really impressive. For me, the barometer for imports really, Magu, is kung dinodoble yung import mo, then you have a really good import. Pag yung import mo kayang bantayan ng local natin,
Patay.
kailangan mo nang palitan yun.
Patay.
If he cannot create his own shot, if he does not have any go-to move, you need to change it.
Speaking of creating his own shot, Mark the Spark Kagiwa nakapagpasabit ng foul kay Gary David. Ikalawa yan para kay El Granada. 3 free throw igagawad dito kay Mark the Spark. $30-19 na sa ating talaan. Dr. Spark rattles home the first. Mintis yung pangalawa at si Fafa Ray Guevara pinasok na ni Coach Bo Perasol.
Oh, we haven't seen him in a while. Usually kasi sinasama yan sa starting lineup ng Powerade. Today, they decided to play differently. And I don't know if that's the reason why, because the last 3 games nila, Ray Guevara started sa team nila. Ang ngayon hindi siya nag-start. And maybe that's one of the reason why na hindi sila nag-start ng maganda.
Linganay with the leather and away from play, merong foul. At para malaman nyo gano'ng kapagod si Gary David sa kada larong inilalaro niya dito sa PBA, pansinin nyo pag off the ball, kung gano'ng karaming takbo kung saan dumadaan ito si Gary David para lang makatanggap ng bola.
Kasi hindi tumitigil ng kaikot to si Gary David. Now, you could see how much respect the other teams are giving him. Ang pinapabantay sa kanya, always the best defender. Ngayon, si Bozeman yung kumukuha sa kanya.
32-21. Lamang pa rin ang Ginebra. Canaleta gustong dagdagan with his turnaround fade away. May kasama pang foul.
You know what? Ang mga referees ngayon, palaging hinahanap yung mga ganong klaseng fouls right here. Yeah, I thought that was a good challenge. Medyo tinamahan ng konti yung wrist niya.
At meron muna tayong timeout.
Good shot by Canaleta.
Inihahandog ng Sanmig Strong Ice at Sports 5 ang bakbakang Crisanto the Slugger Pitunge kontra Justin the Shocker Cruz para sa PXC Bantamweight Championship. July 14 po yan, alas 7 ng gabi sa Inares Sports Arena sa Pasig at eksklusibong via satellite naman mapapanood dito sa Active alas 9 ng gabi. Tickets are available at SM Ticketnets 470-2222 o sa Ticket World 891-9999. PXC dito lang sa Active. Napakasarap manood niyang PXC ng live. Ibang klase yung energy, Coach Jolas.
Fan ka ba ng ano na yan?
Not that big a fan of MMA, pero nung nakapanood ako ng PXC, okay na eh. Mas boxing fan ako kaysa MMA. Pero yung energy.
I actually like the MMA thing kaysa sa boxing. Yan, ang boxing lang kasi we kind of get drawn to it pag may maganda lang na pangalan. Pag MMA kasi, kahit sino yung lumalaban, gusto mo manood dahil alam mo magbabasagan ng mukha eh.
Yan.
That's one thing I like about MMA.
Pero boxing, pagka Port o kaya Ross yung judge, patay na tayo doon. Pero kanina, Coach Jolas, tinatanong mo kung kailan huling hindi umiscore ng first quarter itong si El Granada, Gary David. We gotta look all the way back to November 6, 2011, last Philippine Cup, kung saan 5 puntos lang ang naging total ni Gary David all game after being scoreless in the first quarter. Natalo ang Powerade ng Barako Bull, 117-78. Maraming salamat kay the PBologist for the information.
That's like almost a year ago.
Raimundo taps it over to Bozeman. 5 to shoot. Bozeman in trouble. Kagiwa launches it.
Powerade's defense has picked up a little bit. Ito yung hanap na here, another transition. The referee's not gonna call that.
At this point, talawin muna natin si Miss Jessica with this report on the Tigers.
Coach Bo Perasol addressed their bad start right away kanina sa mga huddle nila. Sabi niya, kailangan daw nila hanapan ng paraan to be in the game at kailangan nilang umpisahan sa depensa. Kailangan daw nila tapatan ang aggression ng one-on-one ng Ginebra at huwag magpapaipit sa poste. Pero kailangan din daw nila ilabas ang bola at huwag matakot hanapin ng open man and not to lose confidence in their offense, guys.
Jessica, during the huddle, may napansin ka bang napag-usapan sila kay Gary David? Frustrated ba siya or kalmado lang?
Kalmado lang naman, ayaw nilang i-single out any of the players who may or may not have been doing well in terms of offense. Gusto niyang he addressed the team as a whole and he tried to make sure that everybody was still focused dun sa game plan nila.
Thank you, Jessica. At
Ito
napansin ko
yung-
rin yung depensa na yan. Ano?
Yes, ito na rin yung magiging problema ng Powerade kasi gusto nila nga medyo aggressive sila ngayon. Although they're showing it a little bit, makikita natin ng konti. Pero sa start ng game, if you start with the zone, yun ang problema. Ang zone kasi medyo passive na depensa yan. You cannot really pressure unless you ask the guys na, sige, pressure mo muna sa labas. Pero generally, yung zone talaga, tatapat-tapat ka lang. So yun siguro naging problema nila na hindi sila aggressive.
Medyo na-relax, ano? As Kirby Raimundo just came up with his second shot block of this game. Ababu, part of the starting unit, unleashes a 3, air ball. Bozeman underneath cleans it up.
Ito yung mahirap dito kay Bozeman because he was off the ball that time. And pag pupunta sa ilalim yun, si JV Casio will be there boxing him. You cannot box out a 6'5 guy. So, ito yung problema nila with size. Hindi sila makamatch up size-wise. Kaya sila, tuloy-tuloy sila, nagsuswitch lang sila, nagsusona sila paminsan-minsan, doble sila.
And for more on Cedric Bozeman, balikan natin si Jessica.
Magu, para kay Cedric Bozeman, unti-unti na siyang nasasanay sa style of play dito sa PBA, which he says is making him tougher as a player both physically and mentally. Pero gusto daw niya ngayon is to provide Ginebra with a diverse game para higit siyang makapag-contribute. Magbabalik po ang PBA dito sa Active.
At bago tayo bumalik sa aksyon, silipin muna natin ang ikalawang handog ni Kirby Raimundo ng Sapal Shot Block, brought to you by Sapal Elastic Sealant and Waterproofer, ang bagong hari ng Tapal. Return to sender pagka si Kirby Raimundo ang inatake mo sa larong ito. He's been stepping it up big time here in the Governor's Cup para sa Barangay Ginebra. Binanggit mo na nga, no, Coach Jolas, na nung first conference niya sa Ginebra, which was the Commissioner's Cup, ikapwesto niya yung mga import na malalaki. 7-footer rin nakuha nila. Ito si Broman. Talagang hindi ka you can't get yourself in the mix of things. Pero ngayon, ito, pagkakataon na niya, hindi niya sinasayang.
Tama, pero si Kirby din naman, hindi naman talaga siya natural 5. Actually, pwede siya isabay dun sa import na yan because para sa akin, he's a natural 4 or even a 3. Pero ngayon, he's being used as exclusively na 5 si Kirby. That's why he's seeing more action. Pero kung gusto mo sa coach, si Kirby pwede mo ilagay sa 3, pwede mo i-4. Kung gusto
Actually,
mo na talaga
hanggang 3
gamitin siya.
kaya, no? Hanggang 3 nilalaro ni Kirby yan. As Ginebra is sitting on a 14-point lead. David kontra Ababu. Gary D picked up his dribble. He's in trouble. Gary goes to nobody.
Excellent defense by Ginebra. Alam ng Ginebra tonight exactly what they want to do with Gary David. If he gets into a pick and roll, doblehin natin siya. And then he's still kailangan walang open lane to the basket, walang clear path to the basket, or just even parang direct line of sight sa basket.
Talagang inihahagis nila ang kanilang katawan sa ibabaw ng Granada para hindi makapagpasabog ito. Casio leads a 3-on-1, gets it over to Papare.
Well, si JV had to pick, ipapasok kay Ray, ipapasok ko Gary David so I can help him, siguro get him going.
And I think everybody in the building expected that pass to go to David. So nice decision on the part of Casio. Nilin lang
For
niya
as
yung
long as you
depensa.
finish, I don't think Gary David minds mga ganong klaseng decision na gagawin ng guard mo. He will get his shots eventually.
Casio gets it over to Sneed. Kicks it over. Guevara launches and delivers on that three. Or long two rather.
Yun ang hinahanap natin ng mga extra passes na wala nung umpisa sa kanila because they're actually going lang kay Gary David. So now they have Ray Guevara there knocking down the shot.
30-second timeout requested by Coach Shot Tangkinsen dahil bumaba sa 10 ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra dito. Guevara now with 6 points. Yun yung hinahanap mong spark plug off that bench, yung instant offense ni Guevara.
I was surprised na hindi natin nakita si Ray Guevara kasi minsan ang mga coach kasi kung what worked with you mga last couple of games, kung ano yung magandang na nangyayari sa team ninyo, hindi mo babaguhin yan. And I was just surprised to see dito sa umpisa ng game today na wala si Ray Guevara.
So ito, tignan natin kung anong gagawin ng Barangay Ginebra. As Guevara has gone 3 for 3 from the field. Hatfield with the leather. Gets it over to Bozeman. Pull-up jumper. Bozeman could not deliver. Casio looks up court as we had the 2-minute warning ng ating first half. 2 minuto na lang din. Babalik na tayo sa active center with the Jason Webb Show. JV Casio delivers a 3. Ito na yung opensa ng Powerade. Nagising na, Coach Jonas.
They need every little bit of JV Casio tonight, especially now na si Gary David na hindi masyado na nalilibre siya. Ito na yung hinahanap ng JV need to step up.
Reverse doesn't work para kay Bozeman. Gary D against Ababu takes the contact. At foul ang ipipito dito kay Dylan Ababu. Pangatlo yan para kay Dylan.
This third 15 foul for the Ginebra. 2 free throws, Gary David.
First time niya nahahalikan yung braso niya tonight.
As we take a look at our Electrogen D+ Defensive Player of the Quarter, yan po si Kirby Raimundo. Atid sa inyo ng Electrogen D+, depensa sa anumang panahon. Maligsi, part of the starting unit para si Jenkins, now back on the floor. Ababu over to Raimundo. Kirby looking to attack Guevara. Tutulong si Casio. Here's a 3 from Maligsi. Doesn't work. We come up on a minute remaining in the first half. Guevara with the pull-up. Ray Guevara. Wow. What a contribution. He's 4 for 4.
That's 4 for 4 tonight, Ray. Yeah, ito na yung hinahanap na spark ng Powerade na now.
After being down,
ginaganahan na itong Powerade.
After being down by as much as 16 points, naibaba na ng mga Tigres sa 4. Ang kanilang kailangan habulin dito. David with a steal. Nauna sa kanya ito si Anthony. Pull up 3. Doesn't work for Gary D, but Casio keeps it alive. Give para na naman!
Ito lang yung hinahanap ng Powerade. Somebody now that could spark them, and Ray Guevara is doing that right now. And also, I have to question also kung yung anong game plan ni Coach Bo. I wanted to talk to him. Right here, another chance for Powerade to score. And excellent pass there by Anthony. Because nag-umpisa nga siya ng zone. And now, they have picked it up. Their defense has picked up. Why? Dahil nag-umpisa sila ng man-to-man defense. I don't care kung may match-up sila na maliit dito like si JV Casio, they can always send a double down.
Bozeman nag-uubos ng oras. There's round about a 6-second differential between the shot clock and the quarter clock. Kagiwa unlaunches a 3. No good. Rebound na kanino? Bozeman. Nice up fake to get the defense off their feet. Desperation time para dito sa Powerade. Casio looking for Guevara once again. We'll turn it over with 6 tenths remaining.
It doesn't matter for me, Magu, right now kung ano mangyayari dito. Going into the halftime. I will be really happy if I'm Powerade right now. They're actually back in the ball game.
And that'll do it for the first 24 minutes of action. And the Powerade Tigers, after being down by as much as 16 points, nangalampag dito sa second quarter. Tatlo na lang ang kailangan nilang bunuin. 41-38. What an uprising, what an uproar coming from the Powerade Tigers. At ang isa sa mga bida nila in that second quarter comeback, ating makakasama here at the half. 41-38 ang nasa ating talaan, and we will be talking to Ray Guevara.
Tao-tao siya, konting pressure dito, and they were able to correct their mistakes of being so passive by having a zone defense. And now they're able to run, and having Ray there explode for 11 points, that's a huge help.
And Ray Guevara will be part of the starting unit para sa Powerade dito sa third quarter. Kasama niya sina Gary David, Omar Sneed, Sean Anthony, and JV Gacho. Pero Rudy Hatfield hitting from the perimeter extends the Ginebra lead to 5. Kasama ni
You know what?
Hatfield.
I'm not gonna mind the jumps at the Rudy right there. If you have to go down on double of Rudy, I know Rudy's gonna kill me if he listens to my commentary, but he knows that he's not a jump shooter. He's only an opportunity shooter right there. Bozeman again, showing his versatility. Posting up and getting to the basket.
Bozeman's got 13 points. Kasama nila ni Hatfield, sina Kirby Raimundo, Alain Maliksi, and Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Sneed. Di maitulak si Hatfield. They go over to Guevara. Ray on the run. No good. Nice tap coming from Kirby. Bozeman will be fouled by Casio. No choice na si JV doon.
A good foul by JV, but so I'm just wondering if kung ilang fouls na siya. But I think that was a good foul. I think that's only his second foul. And we were seeing here, si Ray Guevara, nag-start siya ng second half. And nire-reward lang ni Coach Boss si Ray Guevara. And for that lineup na tumapos ng second quarter.
Bozeman kicks it over. Maliksi for a three. Doesn't work. Kirby Raimundo with a big rebound. Tapped out by David.
Iba na nagagawa ng malalaki. Ito yung problema din nila. Kahit nagtatao-tao na sila ngayon, meron pa rin mga malalaking tao yung Ginebra able to get those offensive rebounds.
Inbounds from the baseline. Nanakaw sana si Bozeman by bouncing it off one of the Tigers. Bulagta, ito si Anthony at si Raimundo. Aba?
That was a takedown.
At pa si Anthony, meron pang step up. Ito na, face-to-face, Raimundo and Anthony.
I thought si Kirby mukhang ginudo niya dun si Anthony. Anthony was doing the right thing of boxing him out. And you know, we can fault Anthony right here. Seeing him and boxing him out. Anong ginawa ni Kirby?
Oh. Did pull him to the ground. At yun ang kinagagalit niya na itong bench na itong Powerade Tigers. Asking for a foul on that sequence. Referee's letting the action go.
But, you know, somehow the referee's going to make a call there, whether it's a double foul or a foul on Kirby or whoever.
So, foul was on Bozeman. At ngayon, nawarningan si Raimundo at si Sean Anthony for confronting each other.
I thought the foul there should have been called earlier.
Naiwas na sana sa ganung sitwasyon. As Casio finds JV. Nice drive and draw from JV. Plus the dish. Sa kalating minuto lumilipas dito sa ating third quarter. Powerade is now within 5 points. Maliksi. Closed out by Guevara. Hatfield. Over to Kirby. Sobrang alang yung kanyang tira. Guevara on the run. His favorite situation. JV lines it up for a three. Doesn't work para dito kay Casio. At yun ang minamalas talaga kay JV dito sa Governor's Cup. Just couldn't get that outside shot going. Shooting just 23% from deep.
That's not good coming from a guy na nanggaling sa finals who was actually on fire in the finals.
Nice Powerade steal. And Anthony will be fouled by Rudy Hatfield. Shooty foul given up by the H-bomb. At tinapik naman kagad niya si Anthony. Sadya, trabaho lang as we take a look at this clear defensive play. Isang klarong-klarong depensa ang hatid ng Clearman, zero dandruff.
Anthony getting rewarded by playing exactly what he wants to do dito.
Pero advantage foul yung naitawag dito kay Rudy Hatfield.
Oh, wow. But going back to the play before that, Magu. So they were going on a pick and roll. And then magandang yung show niya, na-strip niya yung bola, naagaw nila, siya yung nag-finish sa basket. So kumbaga, ikaw yung nagsaing, dapat ikaw din yung kumain.
Dapat. As we send it over to Jessica with this report from the halftime dugout.
Magu, for the Powerade coaching staff, they want to see the ball move around more at gusto rin nila makitang mag-stick to game plan ang Powerade Tigers dahil yun daw ang hindi nila ginawa sa first quarter at unti-unting na-execute sa second. Ang issue naman ni Coach Shotang Kinsen para sa Ginebra, turnovers. Kailangan daw mas alagahan pa nila ang bola and not to give Powerade the opportunity to get their groove on. Magu?
Thank you, Jessica. As Gary David got away from Malik C. Si Ababot, si Malik C kanina all has been alternating on Gary D all game long.
I have to give credit to Anthony dun sa play na yun, Magu, because he recognized na kailangan niyang bigyan ng pasa to si Gary David.
Look at the defense of the Powerade Tigers. David, bago siya matawagan ng traveling, naramdaman niya, dumudulas yung kanyang paa, tumawag kagad ng timeout. So with 9:13 remaining in this third quarter, 30-second timeout is requested by the Powerade Tigers.
I was kind of surprised that Gary David called the timeout dahil may dalawang tao na ahead of him. Pero kung nakahiga ka, siguro hindi mo rin siguro makikita. No? So it's just an instinct na baka may mga pumunta sa akin dito, kailangan na ako mag-timeout.
Mahirap na, sayang dahil they have scored the last 5 points of this game as we remind everybody na ilang araw na lang, 8 araw na lang sa June 23, Active brings basketball fans across the country the 88th season of the NCAA. And for the first time, the best college sports will be aired on prime time every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Syempre, dito lang sa Active. Mapapanood na ni Kirby Raimundo ang kanyang alma mater na Colegio de San Juan de Letran dito lang sa Active. Casio with a miss. Pagkakataon ng Barangay Ginebra to end their dry spell. Kagiwa against Anthony. Mark the spark, finding a way. Napagapang papasok.
That was all Mark Kagiwa. Dahil nanggaling pa lang dito sa backcourt nila, pumunta sa right side, pumunta sa left side. Siya pa rin tumira, hindi niya kailangan ng help.
David pulls up for a three. That's a bit short. Bozeman surveys, gets it over to Hatfield. The H-bomb trying to behind the back, a little too fancy for his own good. And Omar
Can he
Sneed,
dunk it?
nagsuklay na naman yung Omar Sneed. That's the second time I've seen him do that Karl Malone layup.
Kailangan niya ba? Ang question ko, nakakadunk ba itong mamang to? Hindi. Hindi yata talaga eh, kahit even if he tried.
Kaya yung suklay niya hanggang layup na lang. 47-45, Powerade is within 2 points. Tandaan natin, lumamang ng hanggang 16 ang Barangay Ginebra in the first half.
That is an excellent double team by Powerade. Yun lang dapat ang ginawa nila ng first quarter, Magu. Okay lang may mismatch, basta may double team ka lang na darating dito. And yun ang ginagawa nila ngayon.
And as Canaleta checks in para dito kay Rudy Hatfield, pagkakataon ng Powerade makatabla. Maybe even take the lead for the first time in this game. Sneed kicks it over. Anthony launches a three. Minamalas magkabilang kubunan from that distance.
Well, although Anthony hasn't really shot well from the three in this conference.
Canaleta gets it over to Kagiwa. Sinalubong pa ni Sneed. Quick pull-up. The spark could not deliver. Here comes David. On the run. Bozeman sticking to him.
Sneed has to go down.
Down to good at the defense.
Well, pansinin mo, si Sneed hindi na siya bumaba dun. That was 4 against 5.
Baka nag-iipon na lakas para pakitaan ka ng tank mamaya. Tabla tayo sa ikalawang pagkakataon pa lamang. 47-47 with 7:25 remaining in the third. Labanan ng Philippine Army Fritz at Maxiol kontra Green Archers Globe at Philippine Navy Red Shoes versus Loyola Meralco Sparks sa UFL ngayong Sabado. Simula alas 2 po ng hapon, free admission sa Rizal Memorial Stadium at mapapanood na live and exclusive, syempre dito lang sa Active. Tabla tayo at 47. Napakahaba pa ng natitirang oras sa ating third quarter pero Powerade talagang ginapang nila to. From that first quarter deficit or early second quarter deficit, napakalayo na nararating nila.
Malaking narating na because what happened? They stepped up their defense. Nagbago sila ng depensa. Hindi na sila na yung passive nila na zone. Into a man-to-man. Dumudoble. And that's what you gotta do.
Ang tapang na drive galing dito kay Alain Maliksi to score his 9th point of the contest, and Barangay Ginebra is back ahead by 2. Casio against 2. They get it over to Sneed. Fakes a pass, flips it up. Will have to earn his 2 points from the line.
That was an excellent pass by JV Casio. Pag-roll dun sa loob ni Sneed, there was not a soul in him. Okay, I was wondering why kung ano nangyari sa rotation ng Ginebra, but there has to be somebody who will pick him up. If he dives there, sa gitna, dapat may tao na may malaki na mag-rotate sa kanya.
And for more on Omar Sneed, balikan natin si Jessica Mendoza.
Malaking bagay ang presence ni Omar Sneed para sa Powerade at sabi pa ni Coach Bo Perasol na hindi makapalag ang mga players sa kanya because he backs up his words with action at napapagaya niya ang team. Omar says that he believes words should be a bond at ang gusto lang niyang gawin is to improve himself and his team with every game he plays. Magu?
Thank you, Jessica. Yun ang importante sa isang import na Coach Jolas.
Importante yun para sa na makuha niya yung loob ng mga players niya. Kasi ang mga players din, ang mga local natin, maniniwala yan lang dun sa import. Pero yun na nga, kung binabakapan mo yung salita mo.
Kailangan
sa
makakulit
trabaho
talaga
mo.
yung tiwala, ano?
Ito na naman siya. But the thing is, he needs to come down on defense.
Anthony
On offense.
with a big pump fake, committing both Bozeman and Villanueva.
Ngayon, hindi pa siya nakakababa ng half-court, Magu. Hindi pa nakikita sa camera natin.
He's a little winded.
And I think he lost his contact.
Oo, parang yung contact lens ang inaalala nito ni Omar Sneed. He talks to the referee, nasundutan daw siya sa mata in that last sequence. Mike Cortez making his way into this game. Napalitan si Alain Maliksi. Kanina si Cortez nakapaglaro din ng bahagya ng first half pero he was slid over to the 2-guard spot. Si Kagiwa pa nag-point guard kanina, no?
Yun ang din maganda sa lineup ng Ginebra, Mag-Uwes. Pwede na pagpapalit-palitin yung mga kung sino man magdadala ng ball. Right? For this instance, si Mark yung nagdadala ng bola. Ngayon, actually, hindi na masyado defined.
As Guevara comes up with a steal, two-handed layup for Paparay is good.
Hindi na masyado defined kung sino yung point guard or hindi, or off guard or sino yung tres. So, the small guys of Ginebra, kahit sino pwede magdala ng bola dito.
13 points in the game para kay Guevara. What a beautiful looking layup for Bozeman.
Kailangan nila ng basket na ngayon because now they're behind. Magudi pa parang first time natin nag-lead ng Ginebra sa game na to.
For Powerade, yeah. Three-pointer on the way. JV rattles it out. Rebound Anthony. Butata pero pati braso kasama. Sean Anthony definitely making his presence felt dun sa ilalim, Coach.
That's what you like about Anthony. This is a guy who will not look for his shot. And magtatrabaho lang siya sa ilalim kung ano yung mga dampot-tapot dito. And he's pretty much just like Rudy Hatfield.
Undersized pero very effective as we take a look at this clear defensive play. At ang isa rin dyan, none other than Paparay. Isang klarong-klarong depensa ang atid ng Clearman Zero Dandruff. Good defense translates into even better offense. 4 points in the game para naman dito kay Anthony. 54-51, Powerade abante na ng tatlo. Less than 6 minutes remaining in the third. Sliding layup for Bozeman. He's got 17 points.
Ito na yung problema ngayon ng Powerade. How are they gonna stop Bozeman? Now, Bozeman is beginning to impose himself. Dahil alam niyo, nag-struggle yung team nila ngayon. And he is the right guy to get them going.
David looked to wrap it around. Papunta sana kay Sneed. Natapik nga lang, palabas yung bola at natamaan pa rin ni Sneed. So Barangay Ginebra with a chance to take the upper hand once again.
They're gonna go to exactly the same play as they did the play before. Now it's just isang tao lang yung screen sa touch instead of two.
Nice step to the left jumper. Bozeman, ginawang asintahan si Gary D.
This is really good for Bozeman right now. I think he wants to take over right now. And nakikita mo dito ilang basket straight down. Six straight points kay Bozeman.
Sneed, gustong bumawi sa kabilang dulo. Enrico all over him. Gets it over to Anthony. Back to Sneed.
Excellent pass by Anthony.
17 points para kay Omar Sneed. 56-55. Lamang na naman dito ang mga Tigre. Kagiwa, haven't said his name much here in the third. Gets it to Canaleta for a three. Nino will miss. Anthony with a rebound. Here's Guevara. Looking to elude Canaleta. Si Canaleta, binebuluan siya para sabayan kung sasaksak, no? Daring him to take that outside shot. Ngayon, si Kagiwa bantay ni Guevara.
Minsan kasi si Canaleta, pag binabantayan mo, lalong mas gumaganda yung jump shot niya. Pag he's wide open, dun siya nag-hesitate.
Canaleta with a hand on that leather. Mayor Hopper babalik. Papalitan si Nino Canaleta. 3 segundo na lang sa shot clock na itong Powerade. Guevara will inbound from the baseline. They gotta go quick. They will go to Gary D. Forces one up. Patay ang butiki sa attempt na yon. Bozeman once again. Eluding Sneed. Gets it over to Cortez.
Ito yung ayaw gawin mo sa Ginebra. That's not a quick shot though, but a shot na parang they can actually just get the rebound right away and leak out. Yung Ginebra, yung isa sa pinakamagaling on transition.
Sneed to Anthony. Boot toto ni Villanueva. Barangay Ginebra's defense ready that time around dun sa drop pass ng Powerade Tigers.
This time, yung sa drop pass nila may nag-rotate na tao. Unlike before, when Sneed na nag-screen sa kanya, pag dive niya, walang nag-rotate. Now, may nag-rotate na, which is exactly what they should do.
At nakakuha sila doon ng depensang Sapal. Shot clock hatid sa inyo ng Sapal Elastic Sealant and Waterproofer, ang bagong hari ng Tapal. 57-56, Barangay Ginebra looking to add to this 1-point lead. Wala nang 3 kalahati na titira sa ating ikatlong yugto. Villanueva, the raging bull with a throwdown.
I am still here! I'm still here! Don't forget about me!
At yun ang gumising sa mga galamay ng barangay dito sa loob ng Smart Araneta. 59-56. Nice pass coming from Cortez. And Enrico Villanueva puts the exclamation point on this 3-point lead. Back with us inside the Big Dome para sa pagpapatuloy ng inyong PBA Rainy Payday Friday. Mag-umargin pa kasama natin si Coach Jojo Lastimosa with Jessica Mendoza patrolling the sidelines. Lamang pa rin dito ang Barangay Ginebra, 59-58. After that JV Casio teardrop at pinalik ulit sa 3 ni Kagiwa ang kanilang lamang dito.
Dalawa yung iisipin natin dito sa game na to. Gary David only has 7 points. And they are in the game. So, ang question niya dito is, gusto ko bang pipilitin yung mga tira ko para ma-break yung record na yun? Or I'm just gonna go for the win? So, yung dalawang pag-iisipan natin. So, obviously, ang pinakamaganda dito is makuha niya 20 points and mananalo pa sila.
Let's see if Gary D can come up with 13 more points in the next 14 minutes and 22 seconds as John Dan Salvador is trooping to the line for 2 shots. Silipin muna din natin ang ating mga ulalam, mahal ng masa fans of the day. Mula sa masarap, malaman, mura at convenient kasi easy to open, ulalam, ready to eat ulam. Para sa masa, mahal ng masa, ulalam, 15 pesos lang. Big rebound for Powerade. David on the run. He's got 9. 11 na lang. Record-breaking performance na.
I think that's very attainable. Si Gary David can go off like in 5 minutes. He can score in punches. So mga 10 points kahit 2 minutes ang kaya gawin ni Gary yan.
In 2 minutes, yakang-yakan as Francis Aliera is on the floor to try and play defense against Kagiwa.
Just coming in on the floor, si Aliera, he was able to get that extra possession again and Gary David was able to make 2 points.
Villanueva was forced to take that 3. Paubos na yung shot clock nila. David for 3. Wala pa rin para kay Gary. Pero JV Casio working double time.
And finally, seeing Omar Sneed on our screen.
John Dan Salvador back to Gary. Taking it to the baseline. Hinahanap niya sana itong si Sneed.
Now I'm beginning to wonder if he's just saving his stamina for not coming down on transition. Now he's off the floor. I think he's just tired.
And we should expect him back in the 4th and final quarter. Gary D a little shaken up after that last sequence. Pero atibay atao din yung si El Granada. Take another look at that last drive from Mr. Pure Energy.
I thought he is. He stepped on the baseline right there.
David nadulas, pero kaya naman pala tinulak from behind. And Egan hit double digits with this trip to the free throw line. 5 na ang personal foul ni Dylan Ababo, having have had to hound David all night long.
Yun ang magiging problema mo pag binabantayan mo isang scorer. Mas madami pa siguro yung fouls mo kaysa points mo, and they need another body to get into the face of Gary David.
David takes care of the first as we remind everybody na mapapanood na din ang PBA sa pinakabagong channel sa Pay TV. Yan po ang Hyper. Please check with your local cable operators for availability.
They still have Maliksi on the bench, and they still have Mike Cortez, who's an able defender on Gary David. And let's not forget, Magu, we also have Willie Wilson there on the bench. Kinukuha na kasi ni Meyerhofer yung role ni ano ngayon eh. As we see, another jump shot there.
Aliera with another rebound. Pagkakataon ng Powerade makabalik sa aban. Pang-apat na foul naman ang pinito dito kay Enrico Villanueva. So Jonathan Salvador troops back to the line for 2 shots. 63-61 ang tamang score natin. Nagkakalituan pati dito sa loob ng venue. Ginebra should just have 61, Powerade 63. As we take a look at Sean Anthony, siya ang ating Electrogen D Plus Defensive Player of the Quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng Electrogen D Plus o depensa sa anumang panahon, and what a quarter he just had.
Yep, and right now, nakikita natin si Snead nagpapahinga. This is crucial for Powerade. If they can just hold on to the lead until bumalik yung si Snead dito sa flooring ngayon, and that would be really big for Powerade.
David whistled for holding on to Dylan Ababo. Ikatlong personal yan para dito kay Mr. Pure Energy. Cortez inbounds over to Meyerhofer. Rico looking to attack Jondan. Meyerhofer on the move!
I thought for a while Jondan played him really well, cutting off his angle, but on the last second, binangga niya, and then Meyerhofer just had it one extra hop to make that basket.
Coming up on half a minute remaining in the third. Gary D still yet to hit a 3. Pero Aliera looked to keep it alive. Sa Barangay Ginebra, mapupunta ang bola.
Sayang nahawakan na ni Aliera yung bola, nakawala pa.
Ito yung nagusto mong slithery
Yun!
move ni Rico Meyerhofer.
That's the reason why he's getting his minutes right now. Na hindi natin nakikita si Willie Wilson because he brings also energy and offense and penetration going to the basket.
Bozeman fouled by Aliera. 1 of 2 to give ng Powerade Tigers.
Foul number 8, Francis Aliera. His first 14th foul for the Tigers.
Bozeman, meron pang 1 foul to give ang Powerade, and Aliera obliges with 6.7 remaining. Now they'll have to play good honest defense.
15th foul for the Powerade Tigers.
Barangay Ginebra looking to reclaim the lead sa pagtatapos ng ating third quarter. Bozeman against Aliera. Nice crossover. Bozeman to Meyerhofer. Nabitawan lang. And now Powerade will have 1.8 to try and add to this lead. JV Kasha with a Hail Mary from half court. Bets the basket!
That's going to be huge. Every point in this game, yung mga ganyan, kailangan na kailangan nila yun. And instead of up 1, Magu, they're gonna be up 4 points.
And this will be Powerade. Oh, no count. No count daw, sabi ng ating referees. Let's take a look at it again. Coach Jolas. Is it that
Can't
last
be.
sidestep? Ayun, hawak pa. Eagle eye ang ating mga referees.
It was so close.
It was still nice to look at, regardless. So at the end of the first 36 minutes of action, ang Powerade lamang na po ng isa, 64-63. At nagbukas na ang ating fourth and final quarter of action. Laban ng Powerade at Barangay Ginebra. Bakbakan ng the best. Mark the Spark Kagiwa, the best player of the Commissioner's Cup, taking on Gary David, the best player ng ating Philippine Cup. Mag-umarjo naman po kasama natin si Coach Jojo Lastimosa with Jessica Mendoza patrolling the sidelines. JB Casio could not open up the scoring pero Lordy Tugade keeps it alive for Powerade.
Well, JB has to continue taking that jump shot. And eventually, he will find his groove. He's just so good na parang to stop shooting.
Casio over to John Dunn for the 16-footer. Ito yung naging resulta kasama ng dalawa sina Aluseni, Aliera, and Tugade. Para naman sa Ginebra, we see Bozeman, Meyerhofer, Hatfield, Cortez, and Ababu. So Omar Sneed continues to ride the bench para dito sa Powerade. Meyerhofer will troop to the line for 2 shots. Extended rest yung Omar Sneed. Napansin mo na, Coach Jolas, kanina pang third quarter, hindi na nga bumababa sa opensa.
Di ko lang alam kung talagang hindi niya pa rin sabihin na nag-jet lag siya dahil 2 linggo na rin. So, medyo kinakapos yung hininga ni Sneed, kaya pala naglalakad siya. Pero hindi na paling gawin yun dito, especially pagbalik na sa fourth quarter, wala na siyang excuse.
Saksihan ang jersey retirement ng The Living Legend. Ito dapat wala tayong excuse na hindi natin mapanood to. The Living Legend Robert Sonny Jaworski, July 8. Ilistan nyo na sa inyong kalendaryo, alas 6 ng hapon dito sa loob ng Big Dome Live. At dito lang syempre mapapanood sa Active.
Sa lahat ng mga umaasa na babalik pa si Sonny Jaworski sa floor, hindi na matutuloy yun dahil finally his jersey will be retired. Kasi sabi niya, habang hindi ako retire, pwede pa akong bumalik.
So ibig ba sabihin yan, pwedeng magwelga? Ang mga gusto pang bumalik si The Big J?
Oo, pwede dahil lang, baka pwede pa maglaro. How old is Coach Sonny? Nasa mga 60 na? Or
nag-retire si Coach Sonny, 50s di ba?
I know, and pwede niya, sabi niya, pwede daw siya maglaro pa habang hindi siya nagre-retire. He is 67 years old. It was just like yesterday, like he was on the same floor as me.
As Cedric Bozeman shoves Barangay Ginebra back ahead, sigurado nagugustuhan ni Coach Sonny Jaworski yan. With a minute and a half having gone by in this final quarter.
And speaking of Coach Sonny Jaworski, we're gonna talk about him for a while na. It was always fun playing his team, the Barangay Ginebra before, because it's always a test of character going up against that team.
Lingganay had to launch this one from half court. Diretso, kapos ka lamang. Hindi ka ba nagigimbal noon pagka nakakalahat? Mula noon hanggang ngayon naman nandiyan pa rin yung Barangay Ginebra spirit na lahat ng kalaban talagang hirap na hirap.
Hirap na hirap, pero iba yung dati na naglalaro pa siya. Ibang klase.
Anong si The Big J talaga?
Si Big J nandun pa sa floor, ibang klase yung mga tao. Pag hindi nila gusto yung tawag, mag-uulan ng coins. Kung wala kang barya pang pauwi, makakahanap ka, makakadami ka ng pamasahe pauwi.
May pamasahe ka bigla no? Siguro ikaw ginawa mo yun, as maliksi, not just at 3. Parang, ay, teka lang, ang bili ng banana Q.
Hindi ko nakakalimutan nga na magdala ng payong nun tuwing Ginebra eh.
Baka magka-poknat ka
Kasi tinamaan ako ng coin, one of our games na medyo magulo, tinamaan ako ng coin eh.
Sana hindi yung 2 piso.
Ay, yung pinakamabigat na coin.
yung
10 piso ba?
Yung dati. Pero yung 2 piso nun, yung may edges, di ba?
Ayun ang masakit.
May hexagon ba yun? Sigurado, pag tinamaan ka, sugat sigurado. Back to our ball game, 66-64. Powerade down by 2. Aluseni could not tie it. Underneath, Omar Sneed. Kababalik lang sa Segat. Ito, may energy na naman
May
dito.
energy na siya, nakapunta na siya sa offensive rebound. On transition, nakababa na siya. Siguro may oxygen sila dun sa bench nila na inaano niya. Nilalanghap niya.
Yun ang uso ngayon, pag ganitong level ng basketball, talagang may oxygen tanks sa mga bench.
Yun nga hindi ko maintindihan dati naman eh. Napapagod din naman kami pero wala kaming oxygen. Sa tingin ko yung mga players ngayon masyado ng pampered eh. Kailangan ng oxygen para makarecover ng mabilis.
As we remind everybody na ang pinaka-controversial na bakbakan sa kasaysayan ng bansa ay hatid sa atin ng Active. Pinoy knockout, John Riel Casimiro kontra Luis Lazarte at mga Argentinian. Sa June 16 po yan, alas 9 ng gabi, syempre dito lang sa Active. Isipin mo na lang, Coach Jolas, kung merong oxygen nung panahon nyo, baka hindi ka lang Mr. Fourth Quarter man, kahit 5th and 6th quarter kung meron, bomba ka pang todo doon.
Yun ang hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari. Pero yun nga, naging uso yung oxygen nung time na, even sa Pure Foods nung time na yun na nandun pa yung Pure Foods na naglalaro, may oxygen tank din sila sa bench nila. Kami lang wala.
Kayo lang
wala kaming budget for oxygen.
As Gary David slips and calls a timeout, lamang ng isa ang Ginebra. Omar Sneed missing on a 3-point attempt. Shot clock was winding down. At ito si Mark the Spark Kagiwa, nakabalik na para sa Ginebra. And Mark the Spark almost blew the roof off of the big dome. David ngayon, aatake sa kabilang dulo. They swing it over. Togade for 3. The Alaminos assassin misses, pero Powerade pa rin ang may tangan ng bola.
I will not be surprised if makakita tayo sa stat line ngayon ng Powerade. Sobrang dami ng offensive rebounds nila.
Sneed against 3. Gets it across. Togade delivers.
There's a reason why Togade is in the fourth quarter right now. He only played dun sa first quarter. Ngayon lang siya binalik ni Coach Bo Personal. He has a lot of confidence kay Lordy on what he can do. He can spread the floor out para magkaroon ng space ito Sneed sa loob and they can sag off Lordy.
As Malik C will miss on that 3. Tanda natin si Lordy is coming off a season-best 11-point performance noong nakaraan kontra sa Rain or Shine. Lingana yan nagtitimon para dito sa Powerade. They get it over to Sneed. Tap from behind by Hatfield. Napitawan ni Sneed yung bola and possession will go to Ginebra. Casio nagbalik na rin para dito kay Rudy Lingana. So with 7:41 remaining, both coaches putting all of their big guns on the floor at this juncture.
If I'm Powered, I'll have to be wary with Mark Kagiwa right now. He has a mismatch situation. Hanapin siya and then now, this is his time to explode. And yung bench ng Ginebra, hinahanap din lang kay Mark and Mark. Ito na yung panahon mo, okay? And now we're expecting Mark to actually, other than Boseman, to take most of the shots in the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter has always been your forte, your time, Coach Jolas. What does it take? Iba talaga yan, yung kapag ka mga dikitang ball game, may ibang nervyos, may ibang nginig yung laman?
Yes, a little bit, pero hindi mo iniisip yun. Sometimes kasi pag fourth quarter, karamihan ng mga players, I'm not saying na lahat ng mga players, they kind of shy away from the pressure of making that shot. And there are only a handful of players na hindi natatakot tumira ng fourth quarter. Like now, we are seeing of course, si Mark Kagiwa, Gary David, and now Paul Lee, who's not afraid to take that last shot.
Kaninang umaga lang, may natuto ng tumira ng fourth quarter as Casio, taplis lang sa ring. Ang kanyang 3-point attempt, and the 3-point shot has not been kind para dito sa Powerade Tigers. 1 of 21, Coach Jolas.
Oh, wow.
Pero they are in a tight game.
They're still in the game, but now we're only seeing like a 67-point game for both teams. And both teams not really shooting particularly well sa floor. But I'm curious with JV Casio Mago. I have to interview this guy. What's going on with you? I mean, like baka may ginagawa kang iba dito sa routine mo, o baka yung girlfriend mo inaaway ka, o baka hindi ka nakatira sa bahay mo ngayon, o baka nagsasarili ka na. Kasi those things can affect you, psychologically, and it could affect his shooting.
Yan ang kailangan nating imbestigahan. Na technical si Raba Aluceni at si Kirby Raimundo. Kanina, ang kalaban ni Raimundo, si Sean Anthony. This time around, Raba Aluceni as Kagiwa. Quick release doesn't work para dito kay The Spark.
Excellent baseline help doon kay Sneed, anticipating the post-up by Kagiwa.
Togade misses. Kagiwa will push. Papunta kay Ababu. Dylan, spinning. Tatagaan ang bola. Gotta be a foul on the Tigers.
An aggressive move by Dylan Ababu. Nakikita natin si Dylan as taking a jump shot, kind of just, naka-spot up lang. That time, we haven't seen this in Ababu, actually creating in the open court, spinning, and getting fouled.
Dylan Ababu now with 6 points in the game as we remind everybody that coming this July, the greatest show on earth, the London 2012 Olympic Games ay mapapanood na dito lang sa Active. Stay tuned to Active for more announcements. Ababu goes 2 for 2. He's got 7 in total. Lamang ng dalawa ang Barangay Ginebra. Casio dadalhin dun sa kaliwa ang bola. Sabi ni Gary D, antayin mo makaporma itong si Sneed.
Nahihirapan din ng konti si JV dito ang bumabanda siya 6'5" na import. So it's so hard to set up and they're running a play for Sneed on the post. I-screen si Gary David pero pagpasa naman walang makita si JV.
Sneed feeding Anthony. Gets it over to JV for a 3. Bang! Ikalawang 3-pointer pa lang yan para sa mga Tigre.
Parang nakita ko yung mukha ni JB. Sa wakas! Nakashoot din ako sa 3.
At lamang na ng isa ang Powerade Tigers, 70-69. Take another look at only the second triple for the Powerade Tigers, 2 of 22. Pero that one was good for a 1-point. Back with us inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Magumarjan kasama si Coach Jojo Lastimosa. Ang Powerade Tigers nakalamang na naman dito, 70-69, coming up on the halfway mark of the fourth and final quarter. Is it Mark Kagiwa time para sa Barangay Ginebra? Not that time around. David with the rebound. And Ababu with 5 personal fouls will hound him to no end. Casio against Kagiwa. 10 to shoot. David, 2 beses nang umikot sa court yan. Nakakuha pa ng layup.
Yun ang mahirap kay Gary David kasi perpetual motion si David. Yung play na yan, it was run for him. Hindi niya nakuha sa first option, so umikot siya ulit. If you don't sustain your defense, dun ka mapapatay ni Gary David.
14 points in the game for Gary D. 6 away from setting a PBA mark. Jump hook is good para dito kay Raimundo. First 2 points ni Kirby in this game.
Oh wow, and now he's in the fourth quarter. And alam mo naman ni Coach Zod, ang sobrang daming experience ito ni Kirby Raimundo in his career. And now, it's not a surprise if he will kind of like be really productive in this fourth quarter.
Gary David whistled for an offensive foul on his second time around. Pang-5 personal foul yan para dito kay Gary David. Definitely frustrating night, Coach Chalas.
And the defense of Ginebra right there, they have a game plan for Gary David, and he has to see that na palagi may second defender coming for him.
72-71, Barangay Ginebra can shoot for the lead once again.
Oh, that was a nice inside-out dribble by Bozeman.
Sneed babawi, kontra kay Raimundo naman. Sneed flips it up and in. Simple lang and also worth 2 points.
Yun ang tira ng mga Pilipino. Wala masyadong arte. Okay? 2 points pa rin naman eh.
Yun yung binabanggit mo kanina eh. No? Itong si Sneed, yung mga kilos niya, noiping dating.
Noiping dating ni Sneed.
Bozeman sa kabila, gets it to Raimundo. Sumobra nga lang para kay Kirby.
It was not the first time Kirby missed yung mga open na mga dump passes sa kanya ng mga teammates niya. Hindi niya ma-finish.
David now with Bozeman on him. Bibigyan ng pick ni Sneed. Kirby shows. Kirby takes it away. Kagiwa na una. Raimundo to the spark. And Kagiwa has 12 points. Excellent decision, Kirby Raimundo. Inantay niya mag-commit muna yung defense. Ano, Coach Cholas?
And that was the game plan. They're gonna trap Gary all night long. And yun, si Gary medyo pinipilit nila ng konti. There was nothing there. And now, the defense of Ginebra is collapsing. Ito yung hinahanap natin sa Ginebra Maguna. Last game against Petron, they came from behind and won that game.
Kagiwa. Didiskarte kontra dito kay Casio. Gets it over to Kirby. Ababu to Hatfield, sees some daylight. Lordy, last line of defense, taps it out of bounds.
Rudy was so surprised that he was wide open when he got the ball.
With 3:27 remaining here, 30-second timeout is requested by the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings. 75-74, lamang sila ng isa. As we try and settle things down dito sa final 3:27 na laro. What a refreshing sight sa pamamasyal ni Direk Julius Melo. Here's our PLDT Telpad Face of the Day. Hatid sa inyo ng PLDT Telpad, the only landline that comes with a tablet. Subscribe now and discover wonders at home. Siya po si Miss Claudine J. 10 segundo sa shot clock ng Ginebra ang natitira. Good shot Duncanson, wanting to make sure of this next offensive to give themselves a little more breathing space kontra dito sa Powerade. Bozeman to Raimundo, muscles his way to that attempt. Tutungo siya sa ating free throw line for 2 shots.
Coach Sean was so happy with that execution. They had one option going to the import and another option going to Mark Kagiwa on the other side. Anticipating lahat ng mga guards na nag-anticipate na pupunta doon. which left si Kirby Raimundo wide open right there from 10 feet away.
Raimundo takes care of that first free throw. Two for two para
Huge.
dito kay Kirby.
Huge free throws for Kirby and for the Barangay Ginebra.
Chance of defense, David for the tie. Gary D buries that three, finally!
4 more points, Magu, 4 more points!
David,
More points!
David misses first 7 attempts mula sa 3-point line. He's 1 of 8.
I don't care.
17 points for
I don't
Gary
care.
D. And here's a takeaway. Omar Sneed, nagsuklay na naman.
Just before you think Ginebra is getting a headway in this game, coming up with 3 straight baskets.
Raimundo, nice up fake. Tama ka, 4 more points. 16 points pa lang si Gary David. Kirby Raimundo now with 6 all in the last few minutes. Tabla ang ating labanan.
Dalawang yung tinitingnan natin dito. Kung sino man nanalo or kung makuha ni Gary David yung 20 points na tonight.
Casio on the move, gets it over to Anthony. Anthony slips, gets it over to Casio. At merong foul.
Wala pa sa penalty yung Ginebra. That's okay.
Take
Right
another
here.
look at that Gary D3.
That was just like a catch and shoot. And just turning, going to the basket. And he was so fired up. Like, I can't go on, not making a 3 tonight.
1 of 8 from that distance. Ito si Gary D. At yun yung binabanggit mo, shooters will just keep shooting. Di bali nang may konsensya ka o wala kang konsensya. As we remind everybody na quarterfinals na ang Pasig Laban sa Euro 2012. Simula June 22, 10 p.m. Libreng-libre dito lang sa Active. $79-79. We are going down the wire here, Coach Jolas.
Yes, we're going down the wire, and this is our last 2 minutes. And Powerade needs a really good execution here.
Gary D gets it over to Anthony. Sean drops it off to Sneed.
What a smart play by Anthony. He had no intention actually of finishing that basket. And sa kanya, sige, sumabay lang kayo, nandito lang, ipapasa ko na to.
The 2-minute warning reverberates around the Big Dome. Here's Bozeman. Barangay Ginebra is down by 2. Togade watching him. Bozeman on the move. Nakita si Dylan Ababu. Nice spin by Dylan. Puts it up and out. Rebound Sneed. Casio on the run will push the action. Over to Togade. The Alaminos assassin strikes again.
What a run by Powerade. That's 9 straight points.
83-79. That's good enough for a 4-point lead para dito sa mga Tigre with a minute 35 remaining. Barangay Ginebra in a world of trouble.
Well, but it's not over yet, Magu. Meron pa silang, we still have 1 minute and 35 left. Okay, and now it's just only a 2-possession game. And one execution here, Magu, just 2 points. Hindi sila maghahanap dito ng 3 points unless it's really wide open. But they're going for 2 points, and then it's just going to be like 2 points. We have a long ways to go.
And natin what Coach Sean Duncan said will have up his sleeve coming out of this timeout. Nawala ng gigil. Ito si Mark the Spark Agiwa. Only 12 points tonight and only 3 so far in the 4th quarter.
Well, yun ang mahirap din kasi if you always perform in the 4th quarter down in the clutch, people kind of expect you na, oh, bakit wala ka ngayon? Dapat nandito ka 4th quarter ng Mark. Sige na, dapat nandyan ka. And that's one thing that's difficult, na palagi kang hahanapan ng ano. But rightly so. He is so capable, si Mark Aguio, of taking over a game, and now especially down here in the crunch time. So I will not be surprised here kung pupunta sila kay Mark Aguio.
Let's see if MC47 will answer the call for the Barangay Ginebra faithful inside the Big Dome at ang milyong-milyong nakatutok ngayon sa atin dito sa Active. Pati na rin yung replay na pinapanood sa Hyper. Hatfield will get it over to Raimundo. They look for Ababu. Kagiwa strolling on the baseline. Ganda ng cover ni Casio. Here's Raimundo. Taken away by Anthony. Gary D will try and slow things down and set this up. A minute 20 remaining. David in motion. They get to Casio. David still running. Looking to elude the defense of Bozeman. Bozeman takes it away. Gets it to Ababu for a big layup. 83-81. Powerade will have a minute to try and nurse this 2-point lead.
Bozeman is really on Gary David right now.
Casio, wala. Anthony, wala pa rin. Bozeman will push it the other way. Cedric jumps a pass out. Kagiwa had to work for it. Here's Raimundo, puts his head down, loses his footing. 35
Great
seconds.
anticipation by Gary David. Playing excellent defense. Standing right there on his path and not eluding contact.
And with 30.9 seconds remaining, Coach Bo Perasol will want to talk things over. Tingnan natin ulit yung depensa na yun, Coach Jo.
Ito yung mga last 4 possessions nila, nakaagaw sila ng bola. And coming from a pick and roll, na guys just stepping in and actually just stripping, you know, the guys from Ginebra.
Magbe-break muna kami. Do join us back for the final half minute of this game.
Rexona Men. No matter how intense the action, it keeps your underarms dry. Rexona Men. With 50% more long-lasting protection, so you're always fresh, always confident. Spray on the confidence. Rexona, it won't let you down.
Thunderbird Electrogen D+, pangmatagalang lakas para iwas sakit at stress. Pagpalakas, tibay at sigla. Sa anumang panahon, Thunderbird Electrogen D+. Depensa sa anumang panahon.
Back for the final half minute. Sneed gets away from Hatfield, gets it out. Tugade has 9 to work with. Doesn't go on the shot. Omar Sneed beats
Huge
Stick
rebound.
Big basket on the part of Omar Sneed.
And right now, Gary David is so happy. He's not thinking about just accomplishing the 20 points now for the 19th straight time. Now he is just all for the win. He was just so happy for Sneed there na nakakuha siya ng offensive rebound right here.
Omar Sneed outboxing Kirby Raimundo. Nandoon din ito si Hatfield. And every time you talk to Gary David, it's not about the scoring, it's about the wins. Kaya
Tumakan siya kung dumuribol pa ba siya o hindi.
take another look at it, Coach Joe. Ababu, there's the dribble.
Then the foul's gonna be there. Boom, did he make a dribble? I don't think he did. So for me, they will have to count that basket.
And it was not in the act of shooting, so 16 seconds na titira para sa Ginebra. That was the last foul to give ng Powerade. Now Ababu's well covered. They go to Raimundo. Kirby against Sneed. Power step. Pabitin. Kirby delivers.
Now they have to continue to foul now sa possession ng Powerade first. What you want to do is you might want to trap. Pag inbound, pag tanggap, then you're gonna go trap him and hopefully you can get a ball hugging violation. But right here we can see Kirby imposing his will on Sneed. Yung mga tira ni Kirby na meron siya talaga dito. Yung mga pang ala yung mga Michael Jordan na mga tira na mga head fake na turnaround. Meron si Kirby nun.
And Kirby Raimundo has scored all of his 8 points here in the 4th and final quarter as we take a listen to Coach Bo Perasol.
Pika, Gary, again, give him the ball. No ball, just hold it. Okay, if you can hand it off, don't hand it off to Gary because it's going to be. Okay, hey, Omar, just give the ball here. Gary's going to stay here, ha? Okay, Lordy, pagkatapos niyan, you have to watch out for it. Then Sean, go down screen for JV. Hey, what's up? What's up? They're going to foul you.
No more timeouts. Yan ang mga paalala ng coaching staff ng Powerade. Barangay Ginebra will still have one last 30-second stoppage.
So you wanna try to trap first or go for steal, and then kung walang mangyari doon, then you have the foul. Right here, that's a trap.
Oh, ball is loose. Omar Sneed picks it up para dito sa Powerade.
Believe it or not, that was really the game plan. So ibibigay na sa isang tao, tinatawag yun ng mga maraming teams na pinapanel mo. So binibigyan mo lang yung option to get that ball to a particular person dun sa corner or dun sa malapit sa inbounder.
Pero,
so pagdating ng bola doon, automatic may dodoble na kagad.
Pero yun yung last foul to give pa para dito sa Ginebra, and now they will be in the penalty as Kagiwa will foul Sneed. 5 seconds eksakto natitira, and Omar Sneed will need both free throws to go to try and put this game away.
This is going to be huge for them if he makes it. And tingnan natin, last game, he was able to make his clutch free throws.
Sneed, niluwanang rin yung una.
Not
So
this
whatever
time.
happens, Barangay Ginebra can still tie it with 5 seconds remaining.
And if he makes that, and now, if he misses it, kailangan makuha din naman ng power ng Ginebra yung rebound. So you cannot give an offensive rebound also if he misses.
Sneed's second free throw is good. And Barangay Ginebra will burn their last time out to try and come up with a 3-point shot on the sequence.
This is a crucial play right here. And kanina sinubukan nila si Coach Shot na mag-draw ng play for a 3-point shot, but it was defended well, anticipated well by Powerade. Ngayon, they need 3 kasi hindi nila pwede mag-quick 2 dito wala na yata silang timeout. Oh, both teams wala ng timeout.
Both teams in the penalty. Both teams have run out of timeouts. Good shot, Duncan Sen. He's got to hope they execute this very next play to try and force an extension.
And if I'm Powerade, I'm switching everything. I don't care kung makuha nila yung bola dito sa loob. Basta wala lang makakuha ng bola sa labas ng 3-point area and have a chance to make a basket. Ang problema din dito, they still have 5 seconds to go. And this is not a catch and shoot situation. So pagtanggap ng bola, ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari. You can dribble, you can up fake, and you can actually have meron pa pang chance na pumasa ng 2 beses or even 3 beses.
Let's take a look at where Barangay Ginebra will go. Si Boseman na maglalabas ng bola. Delikado rin ang inbounder sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Boseman in trouble, gets it to Kirby. 3 seconds remaining. Kirby to Boseman. A bamboo with a fadeaway 3 will not go. The Powerade Tigers will make it 4 in a row dito sa Governor's Cup as they take down the Gin Kings.
What defense there down the stretch, Magud. Exactly right what we talked about na they're gonna switch everything. You know, I don't care now, even if natanggap niya yung bola dun sa malayo, sobra pa rin layo to have a clear shot at the basket.
Powerade, after being down by as much as 16 points, had to rely on their defense on this last sequence.
And Kirby had to get the basketball so far away from the basket, and now he was in a panic situation. Anong gagawin ko? Hinanap niya si Boseman, but may tao naman si Boseman. David was right there. And you have to give credit to Powerade for coming up big down the stretch. And we have to go back to for me, the hero for the game. He may not be the best player of this game, but he was the one who actually got Powerade back in the ball game. See, Reggie